Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. I hope all of you are well. I am also well by the grace of Almighty Allah. My dear students, you know that we are all going through a very critical pandemic situation because of COVID 19. And we don't know when this pandemic situation will come to an end. So we all have to be very much careful and cautious. Without necessity, you must not go outside the home. And if you have the necessity to go outside the home, you will take all the precautionary measures like putting on the hand gloves and masks. And at any cost, you will try your best to avoid the public gathering because there's a great possibility for the COVID 19 to be very much intensive in the upcoming winter. So I hope you will remain very much careful. My dear students, I am Shahriar Ahmed, your English teacher, welcoming you to our online English class. Dear students, today I have chosen a very important topic, that is completing sentences. Completing sentences is a kind of question that is set in the question paper against question 7. So I'm going to show you some examples. I hope you will pay your full attention to the class. Our topic is completing sentences. My dear students, completing sentences is such a kind of question pattern where you will find as many as 5 questions against question number 7. All the sentences there will remain incomplete. You have to complete the sentences. Let me show you an example. Suppose this is question number 7 and the question will be like that. It is high time. It is high time dash. This is the question pattern. My dear students, you are at full liberty at the time of writing down the answer to the question of completing sentences. But your answers have to be consistent with the meaning of the given question. It is high time. It means in Bengali, এখন উপযুক্ত সময়। এখন উপযুক্ত সময়। এখন উপযুক্ত সময় কি করা? এখন যে কাজটি করার জন্য এখন উপযুক্ত সময়, সেই কাজটি এখানে লিখতে হবে। সো এই ক্ষেত্রে তোমার পূর্ণ স্বাধীনতা রয়েছে তুমি উত্তরটি লেখার। ধরো এখন উপযুক্ত সময় আমাদের যাত্রা শুরু করা, এখন উপযুক্ত সময় আমাদের সচেতন হওয়ার, এখন উপযুক্ত সময় তোমার বদভ্যাসগুলো পরিবর্তন করার। In this way we can write down a lot of answers, but at the time of writing down the answers we have to follow a grammatical rule. Now I am going to show you the grammatical rule. Whenever you will see it is high time in the question paper, you will follow this rule: subject plus V2 plus object. So my dear students, it is high time, এখন উপযুক্ত সময় কি করা? ধরে নেই এখন উপযুক্ত সময় আমাদের যাত্রা শুরু করার। আমাদের যাত্রা শুরু করার এটা আমরা এখানে লিখব। We'll write down the answer, আমাদের যাত্রা শুরু করার এখন উপযুক্ত সময়, এটা আমরা এখানে লিখব following this rule, the structure. Okay? It is high time, এখন উপযুক্ত সময় আমাদের যাত্রা শুরু করার। আমাদের যাত্রা শুরু করা start, but we will not write down only start because The grammatical rule says we have to use the past form of the main verb. So the past form of the verb start is started. We started, object, our journey. So my dear students, I hope that you have already understood how to answer to this question. It is high time, এখন উপযুক্ত সময় আমাদের যাত্রা শুরু করার. We started our journey. You have to keep in mind that whenever you will find this type of question, it is high time you will write down the answer following this rule mentioned above, subject plus V2 plus object. That's all. For your better understanding, I am going to show you another example. It is high time dash. Suppose this is another question. It is high time, এখন উপযুক্ত সময় তোমার অভ্যাসগুলো পরিবর্তন করা. And তোমার অভ্যাসগুলো পরিবর্তন করার this portion of the sentence should be written following this rule. তোমার অভ্যাস পরিবর্তন করার এখন উপযুক্ত সময়. তোমার you subject, পরিবর্তন করা change, but we have to write down the past form of the main verb according to the grammatical rule. So we will write down changed. You changed, object, তোমার বদ অভ্যাস your bad habits. That's all. This is a very easy question for you to answer, and this is a very much important question because in the question paper you have a great possibility to find this question common. My dear students, now I am going to teach you another rule of completing sentences, that is as if or as though. In Bengali, the meaning of as if and as though is genuine. Genuine, seemingly, apparently, মানে আপাত দৃষ্টিতে. But there is a certain rule for writing down the answer to the question of as if and as though. If as if and as though is preceded by a present tense, if as if and as though is preceded by a present tense, মানে as if এবং as though সামনে যদি একটা present tense থাকে, then in the answer you have to follow this rule. Subject plus V2 plus object. Let's see an example. He speaks as if dash. My dear students, this is the question pattern. You will find this type of question in the question paper. Here you have to notice that as if is preceded by a present tense, speaks, is P1, present form. যখন তুমি as if এর সামনে এরকম present tense পাবে, you have to write down the answer following this structure. তোমাকে এই স্ট্রাকচারটা ফলো করে লিখতে হবে. He speaks as if, সে কথা বলে এমন ভাবে যেন সে সব জানে. তাহলে আমরা লিখতে পারি এখানে সে কথা বলে এমন ভাবে যেন সে সব জানে. আমরা এখানে লিখব সে সব জানে. আমরা এটা লেখার সময় অবশ্যই এই স্ট্রাকচারটা ফলো করব. আর এই স্ট্রাকচারটা তখনই প্রযোজ্য হবে যদি as if এর সামনে এরকম present tense বা V1 থাকে. Let's write down the answer. হি স্পিক্স অ্যাজ ইফ সে কথা বলে এমনভাবে যেন সে সব জানে। সে সব জানে, সাবজেক্ট হি, জানা, নো, but we will not write down no here because our structure says we have to use the past form of the verb. He knew oblique everything. So the answer to the question, he speaks as if, is he knew everything. I hope you have already understood how to answer to this question, my dear students, but there is another exception to this rule. I am going to show you the exception. Whenever you will find as if and as though in the question paper, you have to check out whether as if and as though have been preceded by a past tense or not. If as if and as though is preceded by a past tense, you have to follow this rule. মানে as if আর as though পূর্বের অংশে যদি এরকম past tense থাকে বা V2 থাকে তাহলে তোমাকে এই স্ট্রাকচারটা ফলো করে উত্তর লিখতে হবে। If as if and as though are preceded by a past tense, you have to follow this rule: subject plus had plus V3 plus object. Let's see another example. He spoke as if, he spoke as if means সে কথা বলেছিল এমন ভাবে যেন সে সব জানতো। আমরা এবার লিখব যেন সে সব জানতো। My dear students, I request you to notice here as if is preceded by a past tense. So in the case if as if is preceded by a past tense, you will follow this structure. সে কথা বলতো এমন ভাবে যেন সে সব জানে বা সব জানতো। He had, জানা, know, V3, known everything. So my dear students, this is the answer to the question. So whenever you will find this type of question as if or as though, you have to check out whether it is preceded by a past tense or not. If it is preceded by a past tense, you have to follow this structure: subject plus had plus V3 plus object. So the answer to the question, he spoke as if is he had known everything. I hope you have already understood. My dear students, during the closure of all the educational institutions in Bangladesh, you have a long leisure time. To make the best use of time and according to the instruction of the Education Ministry, a lot of online classes are being uploaded into the YouTube channel titled Ashrabat High School. In your convenient time, you are requested humbly to watch the classes and get benefited. That's all for today. Thank you.